back to Winter Isabel Bridal Bible. This week we're actually going to be getting into the nitty-gritty and giving you some advice on wedding planning. So first of all, congratulations, you've just got engaged. How amazing. It's such an amazing bubble to be in, so really enjoy it. Some of you may have been thinking about your wedding day for many years and some not at all. And the experience of wedding planning or what to do first can be really daunting. It's very tempting to put wedding dresses at the top of the list of the thing to do first, but that is not what you do first. So the first thing that you need to do when you sit down with your other half and think about what type of wedding that you want is to really think about what type of wedding that you want. What type of people are you? What kind of venue suits you? A really good way to narrow it down is to think about what season you enjoy the most. So for me, it was autumn. I love autumn. I love the leaves changing colour, and I knew that I wanted those in my wedding photographs. So you might be a summer person, you might really love the winter, you know, you can have some amazing dramatic photos in the winter time. You might be a spring bride. So you need to think about the time of year that you would prefer to get married. And that will kind of lead you into different venues. So if you've decided that you were going to be a winter bride, not all venues would suit that kind of season. So that's a really good way to start to narrow things down. The way that you pick a venue as well, it can be, there's so many venues, thousands. So that is really hard. If you're deciding that you're getting married in the UK or abroad, that is a big thing to narrow it down. But if you decide the UK, and even just in South Wales, there's a massive amount of venues. And the way to narrow them down is budget. The overall rule of wedding planning, so this is something that you need to write down or really remember. The overall rule of wedding planning is however much your venue costs, your entire wedding is probably going to be double that. So your venue, the overall cost of the venue is half of the rest of the wedding. So if you have a £15,000 venue, you are probably having a £30,000 wedding. If you're having a £6,000 venue, you're probably having a £12,000 wedding. So depending on how much you want to spend on a wedding will lead you to different venues. And the way to break it down is a lot of the venues have details about pricing on their website, and a lot will just tell you over the phone, and it'll save you a lot of driving around, being disappointed when you hear the price in the end. Some venues are slightly negotiable, but they're not going to come down by thousands. So to really do your price research first is a massive thing to do when you initially start planning the wedding. So once you've narrowed down the venues that suit your budget and how much you'd like to spend, you only have probably about 5 to go and view then. So it narrows it right down for you. And it works much like wedding dresses. As soon as you walk in, you probably will fall in love with somewhere. And then instantly you know that that's where you want to book. And then they will tell you what dates they've got in your chosen season, which will then determine your wedding date. Once you have your wedding date sorted, that's it. You can start planning everything else. So things that you need to book straight away. Photographer. Generally photographers can only do one wedding per day. If you have a specific photographer that you really want, you need to get that photographer secured. So do that straight away. Same with a videographer, and also a florist as well. A florist is a really good person to get booked up because again, a lot of them can only do 1 or maybe 2 weddings per day. Once you have those things nailed, then it's time to start looking for the dress. And I'm going to talk to you about that next week. See you soon. Bye.